someone, what, does someone have to earn your trust?
For me,
I'm
yes.
just saying, yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know, like, you know.
No, it's not that there's a right or wrong answer. I mean, I have a particular view, but
I feel like, to be honest, I don't know if it's just me personally, but I feel like these days you kind of don't trust. It's like, it's right from the get-go, and then they have to earn it because you already distrusted them before you even give
very
them
good
the
point.
opportunity.
Very
to-
good point. Very good point. So I would venture to say, most people do believe that trust has to be earned. And I'd like to offer you a new perspective that trust is a gift. Trust is a gift that you give someone, because if you are waiting for them to earn your trust, guess what you're not doing in the meantime? You're not trusting them. And what happens when you don't trust someone?
You look for reasons to not trust them.
Yes, and you find them everywhere, everywhere. So, you know, I'll talk about trust a little bit. When I got together with Matt in the very beginning, he was psychotically jealous. I mean, to say the least, really, and that's being very, very generous, right, Annette? It was pretty bad. It was very, very bad. And it was almost like there was absolutely no trust there at all. And I had done nothing to give him that, you know, the idea that he should not trust me. And it caused so much, it was just horrific in the relationship. It was very, very difficult to deal with, because every time, I walked in the Apple store, I'll never forget one day, I walked in the Apple store and I saw a friend of mine that I've known for about 10 years, and I walked up to him and I gave him a hug. And I said, "Hi, how are you?" And I said, "This is..." I'm like, he walked up around the store to the back of the store, would not speak to me for 2 days. He goes, "You walked up and hugged that guy." And I was like, oh my God, this isn't going to work. Remember? It was Ron. I'm like, oh, this guy painted my house. I'm like, I hug people. I don't know what to do. So that's one example of the beginning of our relationship. And it was just one after the other, after the other, after the other, just like that. And it got to be so, I completely altered who I was being around him to fit his way of being, his whatever extreme jealousy. And so then, believe it or not, which is unbelievable to me to this day, but he transformed it in a big way. And he is the most non-jealous person now. I mean, I can't even, it just blows my mind. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. He really has been, he did a lot of work, and he told me that. He goes, it took a lot of work for me to do because of what you do for a living. Because you're always with, people and men, and, you're always out there, and you're always hugging people. And, he goes, I couldn't deal with that. He said, but it took so much work and effort. And he goes, and I had to really get that you loved me, because I felt like that you were going to look for something better, and it was his insecurity is where it came from. He goes, I didn't feel good about myself, and I didn't feel like I deserved you, and I felt worthless, and because I felt like I didn't deserve you, I felt like you were going to leave me, and so every time you were, like, even within 30 feet of a guy, I just had this, like, horrible feeling that something was going to happen, and it was, he got it, he figured it out. And so once he got that I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, I'm still here, we're gonna be together. Then he got his insecurity, he saw it was him. See, once you see your stuff, it's amazing how your life can change in your relationships. Once you really get that it's you. It's not, see, the joke is really that it is all us.
Say that again.
The joke is that it is all us. Because a relationship is, and we're going to talk about this in a second, 4 levels of love. Actually, I won't go into it yet, but trust is a gift. If you are having a hard time with trust, okay, and it's generally because there's been some sort of experience in your life that has caused you to not trust. It could come from a parent or a prior relationship or something that's happened in your life that's caused you not to trust. So now you're the person not trusting. So your partner could be just being a normal person doing normal things, and you're not trusting because of your experiences and your limitations and your model of the world, because your parents hurt you, or this relationship hurt, or this, my ex-husband, or my ex this or this. So therefore, my model is that somebody's going to hurt me. So I better protect myself and not trust to make sure that they don't hurt me. So you put up walls and barriers, and then that makes a great relationship, right? All the walls and all the barriers. So trust is it's a very powerful issue in a relationship, because it is about you. Trust is always about you. It's not about them. Okay, so and I'll give you an example. My ex-husband was unfaithful multiple times, and every time I went back to the drawing board, and I'm like, okay, we're going to handle this. Let's fix it. We're going to do great. Let's do it. So what I did is I did this thing. I always tell people, it's so interesting. But with trust, the way I see trust is like that, what do you call it? That Men in Black, you know how they had that little thing that they go, zzz, and they point at your eyes and you forget everything? Okay, right. So the way that I see trust, the way that my metaphor for trust is that when somebody hurts me, which has happened a lot, and I can tell you, I mean multiple infidelities over and over, and that's hurt, right? That's pain. I should be pissed. I should be really mad and not trust anybody, right? No, because that's hurting me, and then I don't get to love, and I don't get to open my heart, and I don't get to have a good relationship, and I get to be miserable. So what I do is I give my trust as a gift first. It's just like that little, whatever that is, pointing in my eyes, and it goes snap, and it's like nothing ever happened. Now, did I forgive? Did I actually condone the behavior? No. But here's the interesting thing about relationships, and this is so important. If you're going to stay, see, so many people stay together and they're miserable. So why not just leave? Why would you stay and be miserable? If you're going to stay, you might as well work on it. You might as well transform this stuff. Why would you stay and complain every day? Why? It's such a waste of time, right? You're staying in a relationship and you're complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining, and you're fighting and it's not working and you're not happy, and you want to live your life this way? Really? So if you're going to stay, you might as well work on it. You might as well go to work on it and make it great, right? You only have one life. I mean, at least that's, what I believe. Some people believe you have more, but for the sake of this seminar, you have one. So,
One that we're in, at least.
one that we're in, right? Exactly. So, this is it, guys. This is your life. These are the people that you've chosen. Okay, you picked. This is who you picked. Walked around everywhere. You're like, I'll pick you. Okay? We get together. Believe me, if you pick somebody different, it wouldn't be any better. I've had to work harder in my second relationship than I ever worked on my marriage. Oh my God. And I'm telling you the truth. It's hard. So anyway, pick one, just pick one. This is who you have, right? And now go to work on it if you're going to be in it. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. It's like waste of time. think that's a waste of time besides me? Or get out. Be in it or be out of it. One or the other.